Okay, all right, and good Monday morning, everyone. Michael Venezia, head trader, and one of the coaches. I don't even head trader. What does that mean, really? You know what I mean? Maybe senior trader, head trader. There, you know what? I'm learning more from the younger generation than the older generation. The younger generation teaches me new nuances. The older one, i.e., coach, just reinforces them. Just always trying to learn. The biggest uh my biggest, I don't know what you could say, uh my biggest fear is, is being left behind and not being able to, that's why I'm here. I don't want to miss something that I might learn. Not that I miss a trade that might make me more money, even though we're here to make money and not be right. I want to be right and have a reason for it. You know what I mean? Keeping in mind that sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, as Weight Watchers breaks low. Oh, that's a shame. All right, so Monday morning, let's sign in the most amount of data. Thank you for the hardcore dudes that understand this process and that have gotten to this far, that understand that instead of just going into right into trading, we have to go through the process. The pros even go through, before the game. They don't just go to they don't come out of the locker room and they tip the ball off and they playing. They go through layups for, a half an hour, layups. That's the first thing you learn when you're playing basketball, but they still do the drills because the drills really keep you in muscle memory, keep you going. Just maybe even a little bit trigger the subconscious. I hope that's it for me, because after 26 years of doing this, the subconscious is actually what I'm counting on. So I'm saying that half in jest, but let's get to more important things, which is the routine on Monday morning. As always, we follow Helene to start off with the day. And thanks for everybody. Listen, these guys, I'm going to say it. When I sign in on Monday morning, everybody's posting trades and talk. Man, I love that stuff. It's like getting the paper. You know what I mean? Even though I know the futures are, or even though that I think that maybe the Dallas Cowboys won the night before, I still want to read it and watch it. So thanks everybody for posting. I love it, man. Awesome stuff. All right. Macro charts. Go through it in your own time. And for those that don't listen, or that are the newer version, you can always either pause it or go to the Red YouTube channel, which is our best amenity. Actually, it's our best amenity, to be honest. And go through all the videos. Coach, you already get 51 views in an hour. Not okay. So we have almost 2,600 subscribers, 700 videos, and that's helped by Coach and I doing 2 a day, as well as the other esteemed guests that coaches bring on. So if I do miss anything or you miss anything, go to the YouTube channel, press play, pause it. I do it. Sometimes I like, for example, a couple of weeks ago, my screen, my layout got deleted. Believe me, I'd rather lose my wallet 5 times over than have my stock universe deleted. Believe me. So I went back in TradeGATEHub and I played the videos again. And when I show my universe, I was able to get back and show you my universe as well. That made me reconfigure my screen, as I'm going to buy some more crisp here. Well, bear with me. Some live trading here. We don't, you know what I mean? We have a fiduciary responsibility to our clients here, at least in the fund. Okay, next, look at Helene's charts. Okay, this is a good opinion, but it's a high opinion on macro charts. A guy has a look, for example, let me give you if you're not following my Twitter feed by now, you should, because I only follow like 60 people, including one of them being macro charts. Where's my man? Guy moves markets too. Where is he? Macro charts. All right. He's got 454,000 followers, and I only follow 60 people, and half of the people I follow him as well, including Mike Santoli. He doesn't follow many. So my point being, what is macro chart saying? Core models are overbought. That's fine. Stock breadth is negative. Coach pointed that out, and so did Helene. I'll go back to, actually, Coach liked that, I believe, on his Twitter feed. And Helene point, he liked the Helene point about the breadth. I believe at least the 10-day. I'll go back to it, but the breadth is not favorable. Volatility is extremely compressed. As the market, I'll give you an example. This is my universe today. This universe, for the past week, the VIX would be down, making new lows. But where are we now? VIX making new lows. Listen, as I was taking those last night and talking to my peers, as Amazon goes low. I pointed that out in PGH, that Amazon breaking the 200-day after good volume yesterday and then going back below the 200-day. That's not a good sign. Breaking above the 200-day on volume, breaking it back down on actually decent volume. Keep an eye on that one, not only for Amazon, which is a decent trade here, it seems, but also macro at the market. But I was talking to my friends to get back to my point. The VIX is still low, and that's really that's really what I see the volume, what I see, just like macro chart says, the volatility is extremely compressed, and the longer something stays compressed, and it has stayed compressed for even an abnormal time for the VIX, which dies sometimes in the spring and summer. So the longer it coils, the longer something's poised to happen and dramatically. You know what? I'm ready for it. Well, up or down, let's go. You know what I mean? So and it feels the issue that I hear is high beta is leading lower. China and ARK stocks are breaking down. Let's give an example. FUTU, one of our better shorts. That's even what is that? That's even a Chinese financial, if you will. It's Chinese on top of being a financial, which are both out of favor. BABA, there's the chart. BABA, after announcing the breakup and the split, what is it, the 5 entities? That was the top, just like the top on Chevron when they announced the $5 billion buyback. Let's look at the other Chinese stocks just to satisfy that point so I can move on. There's a chart on JD. My God, look at this. JAX should be coming in the solar companies. Fizzler, by the way, got hit on a big bad day downgrade. So, you know what? That's showing that's a chink in the armor that's worse than this dip here, if I will. And go back to your charts and look why it dipped here. SMCI pre-announced, pre-announced. Did the dippity do? Here it is. A couple of things, and even Netflix that I was saying last week. After stocks are having these moves, 8, 10%, even 6%, a lot of them are just sticking and staying there in tight ranges. The volatility is, i.e., the volatility is compressed. You can even go to Netflix. I'm sorry, Tesla after the numbers. That's actually making lows on a bear flag. Tesla after earnings, really. Tesla, what am I talking about? Tesla after earnings, you know what I mean? There's the number, 165 to 156. Considering the market, that's it's breaking 160 now, as the market's probably going lower. ExxonMobil, here's the chart. That's the one. That seems like it built up a base. It's almost like an oil compression. I mean, look at the chart on. Here's the chart on oil on crude. Okay, well up the highs. We know that. Let's look at Chevron, Texaco again. Well up the highs. 10%, 20, 12%, maybe 12, 14% off the highs. Devon Energy, former best of breed, destroyed, for lack of a better term. EOG, former best of breed there, but it's ExxonMobil. I mean, I don't care. You want to talk about relative strength, so keep your eye on Exxon. Pardon me. Schlumberger still acting poor after the earnings. Coin, all you have to do is watch of any coaches, literally any of his videos for the last month. First of all, how to play gaps, how to play relative strength, under moving averages, relative weaknesses. The other stocks like Mara that I made the hard money on. Look at Mara right now. What is Riot? I don't even want to look. What did I cover Riot? 1088? 1082? No, I didn't. That's wrong. I covered Riot right down there. 1150. You never make them either trades, but you know what? That was the hard money. Coin. Those were above the moving averages. Like I said on Coach, this was the easy trade. I'm actually getting upset more I think about it. Zoom breaking 63. Twilo, we took it off over 55. This was the best relative strength short on the board, and that's Twilo, relative weakness. What was it? Also good in relative weakness. Nevada rolling over. Coach is saying that one. AMD, which was the first one to go over, still going down. You know what I mean? Now it's back below the 50. I wouldn't even touch it. There's the trend line. As we're starting to learn the trend lines better. Add trend line, study trend line. There's the chart on AMD, even right here. You know what I mean? Come on. I'm trying to prove it for you. AMD wouldn't touch it. Oxy, Exxon's up. Citibank. Banks, Amazon, red to green, let's watch. Tesla still breaking the earnings low. Unity Software, Roblox, they're trying to hold it today. Right there, it had that bad pre-announcement day. Had the dead cat bounce from 38 to what, 44. Now it's pressing the 200-day, and it's we could be dicey here. Pardon me. AMD, ON Semiconductor, bear flag, shorted, going lower. Baba. You're gonna do Las Vegas stands still going higher, as we said before. Wouldn't short it. There are pockets of strength, which was really by the volatility is compressed. Okay, going back to finish our TradeGATEHub routine, which you got to do, or else I'll be hypocritical and not doing my job the way I want to do it. Okay, this is another anomaly. The spread between the 3-month and the 1-month Treasury yield. I mean, those are highly liquid. In one, it's not like they're trading the ODT Treasury bond. I don't even know if they have them, or the 20-year leaps. These are active. These are analogous to like the VIX and the UUP on the bond market. Is what it's the equities. The spread between 3 months and 1 month has never been higher. I got to think that can't be favorable, or else the market would be even more. The only thing that's favorable is people are positioned, and the bears can't. It's the same thing. I was saying this is what somebody told me last night. I apologize to go over the The bears or the bulls, they really can't seem to cash like a big ticket without taking too much risk. Yes, that's why a little decent trade coin is working, but there are a couple of them that go against you that way that you can't let go against you. Here's Larry. All right, man's practical. Read this. Whoa, pardon me. QQQ 320's the moon. No Fed speakers this week. All right, there we go. So it's fine. But here's the earnings list. Even Amazon, it just gets bigger and bigger as you go down the line. Actually, it digresses. But Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, Coke reported this morning. Keep an eye out from the green to red. It did it too. I put that on TGH. I didn't do it. You know what I mean? What am I going to do in Coke? Went to the 65 strike, had earnings. Came back down after a nice big run up. The volume not there, may be more emblematic of the consumer staples or even beverages for that example. I certainly don't think people are going to stop drinking Coke and it's going back to 54 because first of all, you got Warren Buffett holding it up, and it is kind of a recessionary play. But it's maybe more, like I said, emblematic of what might be going on today, either taking profits or medium term of just the market might have turning or using good news. Good news is maybe bad news. Not bad news, but a reason to take profits. I think that was pretty well dissertated. Goldman indicator. All right, you know what? I don't like the fact they went in the pool a little bit too. All right. Friday's post rundown via Goldman, CTA flows, they're all in. Dollar hedge funds, go with these. These are good. Hedge fund positioning in equities. They flinch. There's hopscotch. And by the way, this isn't on a 6-month time frame. It's 2 weeks. They're in, they're out, they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. Now they puked a little bit. That's okay. Meta broken. IWM. Where's the IWM now, guys? Please have some questions ready. So when I go back to TGH, I can be ready to answer them. Here's the IWM. You know what? You want to talk about volatility compression? There's IWM. Compression, the Russell. That's compression. And it's not a good one, by the way. All that volume came in and broke all the moving averages. And even then, it couldn't, volume's been coming in, but it hasn't been bouncing. There's the weekly on the IWM. So, IWM not looking the healthiest. Back again as we got it. Oh, actually, I'm running okay on time. All right. The SPX is poised to have its smallest monthly trading range. All right, there's the SPX since, 2017. That's a pretty big sample. It was at 5 years over 12 months at 60 months. Friday's movers, all you need. And I'm sure that a lot of them are up in Lyft. I sold it. Once Lyft had news on Friday and it didn't pop, I sold it. And you know what? I could go higher, go lower, but it's at a stock I want to be stuck at Lyft. Get out of there. All right, next. Good morning, and then we'll go back to the stock room, my main room. Have to readjust Tesla flag back after the video. Disney had news. Watching Amazon reversal, like I said, watch the Disney reversal after they had job cuts. Disney had job cuts today again. Normally, like I said, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, that Disney news, it did go positive and went positive above the 100. But that news a couple of weeks ago, and still has it. By the way, that still has a tight. Listen, for what Disney is doing, hovering around the 200 days in the moving averages, and them having job cuts again, it still only has a $2 change range. It's almost eerie how things are acting. You think it would, it's almost like someone wants to hop on something either way, but they don't know. That's what I said before. The Bulls and the Bears can't cash a big ticket. You still have to be concerned about the dollar, but I feel like the Bears really aren't that worn out yet. I think even when I have a mixed portfolio, I believe that the Bears are. It's not. I don't think they're that nervous. I just don't. They're not worn out yet. How about that? The Bulls. I think the Bears, in even respective sectors, because there's always some rotation and ways to get out, haven't said this is it. I can't take it anymore. That's really what you want. You know what I mean? I don't feel that yet, and it doesn't look like that by the indicators that I see. So let's leave it there. Okay, let's look at the wise guys are doing. And the biggest wise guys out there who knows more than most of them is Coach. And I got a notification, and just like a good teammate, well, actually, Diana did it. Bravo, Diana. Way to get on posting this. Okay, let's look what the wise guys are doing. That matters is at 11:15 now on a Monday morning. You don't want to be doing anything now light as the volatility is compressed and stocks are having these ranges that should have maybe bigger ranges. Don't do much. You know what I mean? Time to do a little bit more research and see what the Weisenheimers are doing, like Ralph Cramden used to call his wife Alice a Weisenheimer. Coach, you watch the Honeymooners? Weisenheimer. U.S. Bank Corp. What'd that do? What Gerard pointing it out all day Friday. There it is. Had tremendous put activity, and that was evidence what Gerard was saying. They were killing him. You know what? And that was a short on an open. Didn't give you much, but he actually did give you much. I would have taken 33.40 to 32.70 on a stock that was just blasting puts all Friday, late Friday. Big. Go back to the TGH YouTube. Look at it now. That was a decent move. I would have taken 30, taken it up open short. Actually, it opened down. And yeah, that might do a Coach's 3 drive and break lower to low 32. Am I right, Coach? But anyway, going with the wise guys are doing. I'm proud that a TGH member, one of the first ones, Gerard spotted this out. So they're doing more puts. D-Dog bearish, squeezometer. That means stock picking. K-Web bearish, JD bearish. D-Dog, that's having its bad dog day today. Man. K-Web, China, they're bearish. They're going to January puts in JD. Somebody saying JD, I really don't even believe until January. All right, note it. And they're doing the 32.5, which are basically a little out of the money. Actually, they're in the money. 32.5 stocks, 34.5. Wow. All right, JD puts, they're going out. Or JD again. Going out again. Short on a bounce, JB. That's what they're telling you. Nevada bearish. Uber bearish, Oxy bearish, JD more puts going out. They're going short and long term. They're destroying this stock today. K-Web. So they're going into China. Once they break the support, maybe on a bounce or something, that's what they're going buying puts in. JD still painting the tape in JD and Baba. K-Web, take 2. Looks like they're coming out of that liquidity trade. That's what I said. Rotation, be careful. Listen, you might have to stay tuned for Coach's video and I on 11 o'clock before doing anything major tomorrow, which would be Tuesday. Today being Monday. There are some, not sneaky, there's some very reserved and concerning action. What I see normally for an hour or this much after the opening, it's eerie. The compression is eerie. The VIX is eerie. Amazon. Let's go to my, I don't want to go to my main page because that means I'll start trading. All right. Do I have any questions, gents, ladies and gents? Fire away. All right, let's do this. Let's go to my main Wall Street page. Wait, something with Weight Watchers. Weight Watcher news. Oh no. Look where I took Weight Watchers. Look at this. Blue Apron is teamed up with Weight Watchers. I took off at 8, 765. Wow. Look at Weight Watchers, pull all the way back. I took it off. Oh, now it's at the 8-day. Oh, it blew through the 8-day. It's 809. That's why I took my Weight Watchers off at the 8-day. I should see what the 10-day is on that. It did go from 940 to 960. I didn't make they let's see what it's going to do though. Maybe I'll try to schnitzel this thing. What's the market doing? Nothing here. Exxon, there it is, going higher. This stock is going to be 125, 130 before anybody can even look. Where's the weekly, monthly? Exxon. You know what? Exxon. How can this thing be not 125, 127, 130? Halliburton coming under pressure, still up. No, not under pressure. Schlumberger can't bounce after the number. What other oil is acting well? Oxy, Warren Buffett, you're not in it. COP, nothing. See, even the little ones, CVE, CPE. There's no oil except Exxon. It's just oil. It's Exxon. It's Exxon and everybody else living in Exxon's world. EW gave it to you. What did DWA, DaVita do? Come on. Weight Watchers. Could have been someone. AI got downgraded. UAL gave it back after the earnings. UAL, no, it was Delta. It's Delta. No, it was UAL. Walmart, nothing. GE, BABA, PD. No one wants now. This PD with the K web. PD could very well. Pardon me. PD very well could go to 53 and 55. They loved it. Now they hate it. Roblox. This is not going to be a good NASDAQ day. If it's not already. Roblox below the 200 day. And why do I know that? Because it's the green. 200 days, 38.66. EOG. So if it wasn't for the oils, Morgan Stanley at the numbers, Bank of America, nothing. Unity Software, Square, below AMD, Nevada, Wiz, Coaches, Apple. It is. It's rolling over. There's the trend line. Get study. Trend line. Let's see if this bastard works. There it is. Trend line. There's the trend line on Apple. There's even the channel. Same as the last trend line here. That's what they will. If you go to go on the Twitter, they're looking at it to follow suit. This trend line on Apple here, and this trend line on Apple here. This is what happens. This is Coach. This is nice. This is a beautiful for linear lines. So there it is on Apple. It goes here and it rolls over. Well, you know what? The moving averages are rolling over this time. Now they have, if they start to roll over, probably even more downside, to be honest. All right. EOG, Tesla, breaking that low, 150, 160. Any questions, gents? Guys, let's go here. Weight Watchers. Sorry. Don't need pistachio. Apron, EOC, 50 basis points. 200 DMA, 200 moving average. Nothing. Listen, I don't see anything going on that much here. US Bank Corp. SPX $30,000. Okay, we're good. All right. As I sign off on a late Monday morning, here's the universe. Keep the with hat. Listen, if you're going to do something, please make it sure that you know what you're buying. Because if you do decide to average down, make sure it's the right stock. You want to know what you're buying. You know what I mean? If you buy a used car and you're getting a deal on it, you're not going to be able to resell it. Don't get pissed if you don't have any value for it. When we know something buying here, there's value. Build into it. Keep in mind that volumes of volatility is a little bit compressed. Some of the stocks are acting correctly and following through. EW followed through well. Wiz Medtronic. Medtronic followed through well. It's up 3 now. Medtronic. Giddy up. That was purchased in the fund on the. You see that? That was a good trade. That was the back and what do you call it? The fake out. Great volume in the right sector. Then it broke the 200-day again. Then it went back up, and now it's up to the races. Amazon might do this on the opposite. So actually, Amazon looked like it would try to do a Medtronic there, but it doesn't look. It might go the other way. Now we'll see. EW, I did buy some CRISPR before I came on here. I was up in it too. I bought some CRISPR a little bit. Doesn't mean I'm not building into a heavy position. I'm looking for a trade near the 50. Let me see what Intel is doing. Intel is still breaking down. I don't like that. ABB, good. TGTX had it overnight. I am short. Where's Weight Watchers? I am short some ELF. Is it under 95? Please be 94 on ELF. All right, I'm short some ELF. I'm not going to lie. I did it. Which breaking down FUTU, another good short. This one might really have a big. This one could go down hard. This one could keep going down hard. This one could easily go to 37, 35. AI downgraded, not acting well. It's IoT. Everybody's been holding. It's been hanging in there. Maybe pulling back a little bit. Keep an eye on that. Asan, new lows breaking down. I don't like that. That one tried to hold in there. Wasn't doing much. Now it finally broke. Twilo breaking 55 precipitously. D-Dog holding in there. Now it broke down on the day. So these ones that were kind of the second tier ones that were trying, people were, Zillow I was trying to buy was acting well. It really was. Now it's going down. Stock like Wayfair finally broke down low. We'll see if it breaks below the moving average. If it does, it's a short too. Crocs holding in. ASO, the two retail best of breeds. ASO, American Sports Academy. Crocs hanging in there again. ABBV have a nice position. This BMEA holding in there. So that's it, guys. Listen, let's see what they do with the mega caps. Let's see what they do with the banks, the VIX. Okay, USO crude not helping the situation. Disney not helping with the reversal. Uber, keep an eye on. AI, they downgraded it. Now the shorts are out of it. See if it holds the 200-day. Path, I don't like. D-Dog, I don't like acting that way. Home Depot, where's GE after the big run? Still holding up well in industrial. Okay, I get it, if you will. Citibank, so Apron, Blue Apron breaking low. Didn't like the news on Weight Watchers. Where's Weight Watchers? That aggravates me. Some semis. GFS which is a good short there. Global Foundries. Intel, what's that doing, by the way? Oh, you know what I want to look at? Cisco. That was the first one to break the 200-day. Cisco held it. All right, Cisco, you held it. That's not bad. All right, so it's all up to range volume and stocks with good price action from here on in until maybe 2:30, which we'll tune into after lunch. Thank you for tuning in, for your time.